You have to have that sense of knowing, and you have to do the work. You take your inspired actions. You are your own biggest, most valuable project. Greetings, beautiful ones. Welcome back. Before we go any further, you guys know the drill. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. If you have not subscribed yet, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so that we can grow the channel. My intention is to reach as many people as we can reach, because around here we are raising consciousness and changing mindsets one video at a time. So today I want to chat with you guys about the fake it till you make it mentality. Now, you know, a lot of people talk about faking it until you make it, like just, you know, act as if, just pretend like this is already happening. Just act like it is. Just, you know, fake it, go put on your good clothes, go dress up, and go act as if you're already operating in whatever you're asking for. And whereas I don't think that that's a bad thing, but I think that a better solution to that would be having this delusional faith, right? And when I say delusional faith, I'm talking about the faith that is so strong in what you believe for that there is nothing that anybody can do to make you doubt that. That you know that you know that you know that you have asked God, you've asked the universe for this, and you know that it's already done. So therefore, there's a different energy in acting as if. When you say fake it till you make it, it almost appears or makes you feel like you're lying. Right? Because you go put on your fancy clothes and you go buy some fancy stuff and you sit with people and you're already kind of talking about it, acting as if you're already there, right? But then, so I'm going to say that the subconscious mind may have a little resistance to that, right? It may have a little resistance to that. But the way to get around that resistance is to know that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Meaning, I know that God and the universe has my back, which they are one, right? Okay, let's get past that. Knowing that I have asked for this thing and trusting the process and the move of the universe in my life, I can relax in knowing that I'm prepared and I'm ready and I'm already here. The biggest thing that we do, I think, that really slows down the process of us creating our lives is not truly believing for what we're asking for. Like, we have to truly believe it. You have to be so delusional in your belief that nothing and no one can tell you that it's not happening. Some people will even say that, you know, I just desire what I desire so much that I almost just get just obsessed with it. You have to sometimes put yourself in this bubble, right? You have to put yourself in a place of, I already know this is done. I've called it in, I've claimed it, and I trust that move. And there is nothing in this world that can stop me from getting it. Now, sometimes when you're operating in this delusional faith, right, you find that people will question you, right? So girl, why you acting like you all that? Why are you acting like, you know, don't you still need to hit the gym? Didn't you need to lose those 10 pounds? Or why you over there eating in that restaurant? Isn't that restaurant expensive? Why you want to look at what kind of cars? People will start to challenge your faith, right? That's where that delusion comes in. That's where that knowing who you are knows you are, and understanding that there is nothing in your way. We get so caught up in how, when, why, where, that we don't realize that the moment we speak what we seek, the moment that we begin to really focus on what we desire, it shows up in our life. I don't believe that you have to be obsessively focusing on it. Just not my belief. I have not done that. However, I have found myself getting into the space, right, where I'm experiencing it and I can feel it and I can see it, right? So I am a visual person to a point, right? You guys have heard me always say that. I'm not a big meditation girl, right? I love the silence. I believe that so many amazing things happen in the silence. And I believe that that's when God communicates with us the most, when we're in the silence, right? But I'm not a big meditator, so I can't really close my eyes and visualize it. But I can pray about it, right? I can pray about it and I can begin to feel it in my spirit, right? Because I know that when I pray, my prayers are answered. That's that delusional faith thing I was talking about. It doesn't matter if my grandma tell me, that's probably not going to happen, baby. I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to believe and continue to have the faith and knowing that, yeah, this is going to happen and it's going to be so good and I'm experiencing that. I tried something a couple of weeks ago, right, where I would enter contests. I would just enter contests just to see, like, before I would enter the contest, I would do this whole work around getting my vibration and energy up and working on my belief system for winning that contest, right? Like, I always win. I win all the time. Don't nothing stop me from winning. I am a winner, baby. This is how I was talking to myself, right? I'm talking to myself. I'm not talking to anybody else about it. I'm talking to me about it, which means I'm vibrating and sending this frequency and signal up to my heavenly staff that your girl wants to win this contest. I'm gonna win this contest. That's already mine. The trip is already mine. The money's already mine. I'm winning this. This is mine. I'm so thankful for it. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good, right? And I entered the contest and I won, right? Once you set your intentions, being intentional about your life and having that delusion of, yeah, it's already mine. I already got this, right? Then you just keep it moving. I can hear you guys asking me this question. Well, Dr. Fran, what if it doesn't happen? Then you go back to the drawing board, right? And you think about how you were truly feeling at that time. Because I'm going to tell y'all, I've had some things that I just knew was going to happen. Like beyond a shadow of a doubt, you could not tell me it was not going to happen. Like I knew it was going to happen. I was already like, yeah, I'm playing. This is what I'm going to do when I get this. This is what I'm going to do when I get that. And it didn't happen. I had to go back and really check myself because subconsciously, see, I got to be honest, right? I got to be honest with you guys. Subconsciously, I really didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, I would be like, yeah, that's too big. Or, how's God going to do that? Or, how is that going to happen? I had these thoughts of doubt in my head and in my mind where I felt like, well, maybe this is really not going to happen. Right? That's where the delusion came in. I wasn't faking it till I made it. I wasn't delusional about it either, though. Right? I wasn't delusional. And delusional sounds like such a bad word, but really, it's about your imagination. How strong is your imagination? How much do you believe for what you're asking for? And can you imagine it happening? So if you don't like the word delusional, can you imagine what you are asking for happening, and what does that feel like? What does it feel like when you are imagining that thing happening? Does it feel good? Are you happy? I remember when I broke my first six-figure year, right? Nobody in my industry at that point was doing six-figure years, because at that point I wasn't doing all the teaching and the classes and things like that. I was just doing the one-on-one mentoring and sessions with people, and I wasn't really charging that much, right? But at the beginning of the year, I set an intention to create, manifest, and attract six figures into my business. And I even went as far as to say, I don't care if it comes in nickels, dimes, pennies, quarters, credit card, I don't care how it comes. I just desire to attract this amount of money. I didn't say I wanted, and as I teach you guys all the time, I don't say want, because when you say want, you are signaling that there's a lack of what you're asking for. But when you desire it, that's coming from a place of, I know it's already here and I know it exists. I just desire it in my life. Can I have a little more of that, please? Right? Okay. I remember I used to be obsessed, literally, with watching my numbers every day. If I didn't make X amount of dollars this week, I would add it on to the next week. Then if I didn't make it that week, I would add it on to the next week. I was driving myself really batty with numbers. Like, oh my gosh, I'm $1,000 short here. I'm $2,000 short here. And then one morning, in the silence, because in the silence is where you find answers, right? I heard Spirit say, did you ask for this? And I was like, now you know I asked for it. Why are you asking me if I asked for it? Of course you know that I asked for it already. They said, then why are you like trying to micromanage it? And why are you like trying to control it? Because see, that's how my angels talk to me. That's how my heavenly staff and my guides deal with me. They're not all sweet and loving. I mean, of course they're sweet and loving and they love me. But they know that this girl here needs it point blank and straight. Like, straight, no chaser. That's how I need it, right? And so they were like, well, why are you micromanaging it? Like, why is it every day you have to make this amount of money, blah, 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 blah. As long as your outcome is what you ask for, it doesn't matter how it comes. You're stressing yourself out, you're still trying to control it, and you're still trying to do the work. Why don't you just believe for it and do your job and let us do our job? Was I checked? I was so checked. Okay. I was like, okay. Sorry. You know, like you'd be like, okay, didn't mean to offend, I'm sorry. Right? So that next week, I threw away all those tablets that I had with all the numbers in it, and I got to put this number into this column the next day, and I just started calculating what I made every month, right? And then after I put it on a piece of paper, I'd tithe off of it and I'd leave it alone. So I would put all my money that I made that month on a sheet of paper, take 10%, sometimes 15%, and I would tithe it. And then I would just leave it alone. Once I did that, not only did my flow of clientele increase. Now, let me just say this, because a lot of times we just tell you what happened, but we don't tell you, I did the work in between that. I did my affirmations, my journaling, my scripting, I wrote certain things, I spoke certain things. I called in the six figures, right? Every single day, I gave thanks for it. Every single day. Even if I didn't have one customer that day, I still gave thanks for it. I was delusional in my faith, in my knowing that God was going to show up for me. I knew it. At the end of the year, Not only did your girl make 6 figures, she almost made 7 figures, and she acted in service, transformed lives, and taught other people how to do the same thing. What a blessing. I still operate in that same delusion today. I will tell anybody I have delusional faith. I am so spoiled when it comes to God. I know that God's going to give me what I'm asking for, and I'm not going to doubt that, nor do I doubt that. And I'm not going to really talk to you about it because I don't want you to make me doubt it. I'll tell you about it after it's done. You have to have that sense of knowing, and you have to do the work. You take your inspired actions. You are your own biggest, most valuable project. Building a good spiritual foundation is so amazing and so worth it. It is so amazing when you can hear what Spirit is telling you, or you have someone who has a direct link and they can give you directions. But all of that does no good if you don't follow them and if you don't believe for it. Because I can tell you beyond the shadow of a doubt, you get exactly what you expect that you're going to get. It shows up. Sometimes it's not as quickly as you think it should be. Sometimes it may not even come in the way you think it should. But God is always on time. Right on time. And it's better than you can ever imagine. Get delusional about your faith. Get delusional about what you want. And watch it show up in your life. Alright guys. Just wanted to jump on and chat with you guys about that for a little bit. I will talk to you soon. Peace be with you. Bye for now.